This Thursday from 7 o'clock, my free-to-play poker tournament is back on GG Poker. There's a share of $1,000 tournament dollars to be won and also a $100 cash bounty on my head if you can knock me out. And if you make it to the final table, you will win a seat to the online day one for the World Championship of Amateur Poker. And the prize pool for that last year was £50,000. So it's all to play for. All you have to do is sign up by clicking the link in the description below, download and install the GG Poker app, create your account, go to tournament, search True Geordie and click register. And whatever you deposit, GG will match that up to $600 in your account. So I'll see you this Thursday, 7 o'clock. Don't be late. It's the True Geordie free roll only on GG Poker. I think we should kick this one off, this season, with a Man United topic since we've got you here, KG.
I'm glad to be here. I just want to say we have to acknowledge the room looks different.
It's a bit
different. It looks good. I really like it. Black table.
Yeah, we got Batman vibes in here now.
Yeah.
For me, the interesting headline was Ten Hag is officially now net spend more than Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp in 8 years, Ten Hag in 1 year at Man United.
Wow.
Now,
Okay.
it's a fraction more.
Is it net spend? What are you talking?
And it's net spend. It ain't every player Jurgen Klopp's ever bought. But and I'm not trying to make this like he's actually spent more. But the point is that is a lot of money, and with a lot of money always comes pressure. We know this, right? So the question for the table is, who finishes higher next season, Ten Hag or Klopp?
Darn it. Man.
Ten Hag, innit? Liverpool have 6 central midfielders registered right now. Like, they've sold about half their... No, they've sold 3/4 of their midfield. Like,
They got new ones, though. They got
two new ones, one from Leipzig, one from Brighton.
They're also going for the Southampton kid who they've had about 10 years.
Yes, but they had about 4 bids rejected so far. So are they going to get it done? Like, as Jimmy Carragher said, just pay the money if you think he's worth 50 mil. If you don't, walk away. Like... The season starts on Saturday. Do you know what I mean? Like, Man United, I feel, are a much more balanced team. Man United, F1 slags off Mason Mount. He's a Champions League winner. Like, he was probably Chelsea's best player that season.
Great player.
I can see from your face, KG, you're not liking the man.
No, I like Mount. But I'm trying to... There's one team that I'm not going to lie that I do have a little bit of fear for, and it is Liverpool. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way they beat us.
It's Klopp.
Maybe it's they beat us, the 5 that we took from them.
Do you know what Liverpool remind me of? They're so top IV. It's like Man United in 2014 when you had Falcao, Van Persie, Rooney, Welbeck. They got about 6 quality attackers. They can't fit them all on the pitch. Like,
I believe Liverpool will be second, though. I think Liverpool finished second.
Liverpool,
I think they
let's
finished
not forget
second.
though, Liverpool did come strong towards the end of last season. Newcastle, they were breathing down our neck.
Yes.
And we were only, a point behind Man United.
However, though, their attacking players, for me, on paper, because we need to see if they develop into those players, they're not Firmino, Salah, and Mane.
One of them is...
You know what I'm saying? They're not that front three. They're not them, innit? They're not them.
Liverpool are a good team. We have to, we know, me and you were both worried. I remember coming in here and we're doing that, was just like, geez, we just need to get over the line. And why was he feeling that way? Because of Liverpool, and they were even 10 points behind us. And all they've done is, because they've proven themselves in seasons in the past, we know that they're going to be, that was a blip. Whatever happened to them last season, it's not going to happen again.
Wait a second. At the end of last season, you were so confident that Man United were back, and now you're being really calm. What's happened?
I went on pre-season.
Tell us what happened.
Pre-season wasn't good.
You can't read into pre-season.
I know you can't
read into that.
Just looking at pre-season, I was thinking, we are not complete. We got Rashford playing up front. We haven't... Garnacho's trying to find himself. We got Sancho in the false 9. It doesn't look like... Basically, there's no real rhythm yet. And the players that we kind of need to see, Mason Mount is a bit too new, so we don't even know what he looks like yet. Again, I left pre-season saying a lot of unanswered questions. We don't know who the real right-hand side player is. Do you lot fancy Anthony? Would you lot put Anthony in your team?
No,
I don't.
Would you put Sancho in your team?
Is it politically correct to say we like Anthony? I mean, I don't know, considering.
But I'm just saying, would you put Sancho and Anthony in your team?
Sancho, did he not look good against Arsenal in pre-season? Like that goal he scored on the counter attack.
It's one game, bro.
It's pre-season. You can't read.
No, I know. I'm not gonna try and read too much into pre-season, but it humbled me a little bit.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is now I'm sitting here thinking I don't have the same, and then maybe that's good for me because I go into games like we're gonna win the league. This season, I'm very relaxed.
I was getting a bit of flack for criticising Ten Hag last season for the hammerings you guys got away from home.
Yeah.
And the lack of consistency at times.
And we finished higher than you.
Well, by a point, congratulations, you spent more money. Well done.
And then remember that stupid speech that your manager did in the thingy. Where was that for the FA Cup fight? What was that for the was it? What company we care about?
League Cup.
He's deflecting though, mate. He's deflecting.
Well, at the end of the day,
I don't think that's actually come out yet.
That was a stupid
I've seen multiple Man United, influencers getting triggered by Eddie Howe, going, "Let's give it them then. Let's give it them." And do you know why? Do you know why? Because you remember how we abused you lot that day.
He's going to lose. He's going to lose his job next season.
Could have been.
Don't let him say that.
He is going to lose his job. He is going to lose his job.
Say it again. What?
We'll
Your
get
manager's going to lose his job.
We'll get into Newcastle.
Sorry,
the point is, this is the thing, right? It's like being in a relationship. You go straight on the attack whenever you critique. Right? So you spent 400 million quid. There ain't no grace period left, mate. If you said to me, who has the better team? Arteta at the start of last season when they mounted a title challenge, or Ten Hag this season? I'd say Ten Hag this season in terms of the investment and everything that's gone in. So for me, based on the money, he should be challenging for a title this season.
So you think, who did they sign? Hoyland, Mason Mount,
Onana.
So you think with those three,
if you remember that they went and bought proven quality players. They didn't go young last summer. And it worked. Casemiro, Martinez, and players like Varane slotting in. And then when you add a Champions League winner like Mason Mount, that midfield of Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, and Mason Mount is absolutely class.
We just spend how much money on a striker, and I can't tell you if he's better than Ishak or not. I can't say.
I'll tell you now, he probably won't be because he's absolutely world class.
But this is it. So now you're saying we should be title contender. How much money have you lost?
But the point is Arsenal were able to mount a title challenge while losing Gabriel Jesus for part of the season, while having youngsters in there who were less proven categorically than what Man United have got with Marcus Rashford in the team, with Luke Shaw in the team, a World Cup finalist. There's a lot of quality that you have got.
What should we? Listen, I'll say it. Are Man United meant to be in a title race? Absolutely. I'm not afraid. Where's the camera? I'm not afraid.
But the pressure needs to be on now.
You sounded very afraid of Liverpool, though.
No, I am.
There's a lot of fear in your voice.
Listen, bro, I was in the stands here for the 5, and it's demoralizing. Sitting there.
That was nearly 2 years ago. I know.
But I'll never forget it. I was sitting there, and my manager was doing this one. And I've never seen Fergie look like that. And I was thinking, this is shit. So now there's a feeling I feel against them, but everybody else, let's go. Okay. I'm not afraid of anyone.
Can we talk about Liverpool? Because obviously they've lost Jordan Henderson, who was Mr. Liverpool.
Yep.
And also his mate next to him,
Fabinho.
Yeah, Fabinho, sorry. They were like part of the reason why they won Premier Leagues, they won Champions League. Are we saying that that's just they're not even competitive with Man United?
They're gonna be good, man. They're gonna be good.
Not having a DM.
Because I like McAllister. I think McAllister's and from what I've seen of
you don't believe in McAllister?
He looks good.
You don't believe in McAllister and Klopp?
He's good, but like for me, that nucleus that Liverpool had, those players that you're talking about, Henderson, Fabinho, Firmino, they've all moved, even Origi, the part he played of being, I know that was last season, but that team that was so good, a lot of it's gone now. There's a lot of new characters
even
in there.
Even Wijnaldum, who was critical of
gone. Mane gone. Like there's so many players. Now it's like Van Dijk, Trent,
and also
Salah.
And also, what is the modern version of Liverpool look like in terms of Van Dijk's ability now?
Yeah,
like
he's getting older.
At the back, they're weak. At the back, they're weak. I'll say they are definitely what you say, top heavy, right? And going forward, they still be dangerous. You got Luis Diaz, you have Darwin Núñez, you got Gakpo, and you got they're decent players in that team. But at the back, I'll say you can get them. But Trent's still going to be a problem.
They've got Szoboszlai, they got McAllister, and they got maybe Lavia coming through. They got Bajcetic on the
bench. They got
bench.
Curtis Jones.
Is that it? Like, is that?
And then Trent. I think Trent's
going
to play a pivotal role in midfield this season. That's what that tells me.
He's going to line up as a right back and he's going to drift in the midfield, isn't he?
So let's be brave now, guys. Where do you have Liverpool finishing then? Where's everyone?
Third.
Wait.
I have them third.
Third?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
I got them. I'm going to go 4th.
5th.
Wow. If they finish 5th, Klopp's got to go, you know.
No.
Oh. Hey, wait. Pause.
You're not
2 seasons in a row out the top 4, and he can stay after being there for 8 years.
That's a good point, though, because the first season Klopp took over, he got them into, his first full season, immediately into the Champions League, right? So
didn't he miss out first season?
So there was 8 because he took over halfway into the season and then Champions League. So obviously, this is a slip up last season.
Yeah.
To then back to back, no Champions League.
No, I'm sorry, no.
You're then a club a bit like officially in reverse, aren't you?
Of course. Yeah. And you got people like Brian last season and a lot of my other friends telling me that he's on the same level or maybe better than Pep.
money.
And you're going to spend
Just be
two.
clear. I
two.
did start this by saying that Ten Hag is officially net spent more than him in 1 year.
Have they backed him though? Like, have the board backed Klopp to the level that they need to back him?
Is he the new?
No, but do they?
KG, is he the new Fergie in the way Fergie?
Who?
Is in just context? Is in the way Fergie used to protect the owners? Is he now doing for Liverpool's owners?
Oh, yeah.
By trying to make the best out of the. I mean, it's not like they're not
Absolutely.
spending at all, but they're just not competing with what Man United are spending or Chelsea are spending.
Absolutely. I think a lot of Liverpool fans get really frustrated. I hear them talking about FSG a lot, and he doesn't mention them. He just, I think he's like, we have quality in the team. He always says, Fergie was the king of, he used to say, listen, there's not good value in the market. I'm like, bro, I just saw you.
Do you know
lads,
wait,
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 what-
do you know why I don't want to hear it as well? Because isn't he one of the highest paid managers in the league? Is it only like Pep that gets paid more than him? He's up there.
Yeah, but he needs
What's his
he
squad?
needs a squad around him though, doesn't he?
No,
Like,
I get that, but
if your key signing is Lavia at 19, going to be the DM that comes in and changes your midfield around, is that backing him?
What's he supposed to do? Drive the fans against the owners and create a toxic situation like they had with George Gillette?
And also, you
13
kind
years
of have
ago?
to back your players, because if you say, yeah, the players are nowhere near good enough, and you walk into the changing room, hardly a vote of
And
confidence.
Arteta did it with less.
The question is, can they finish above Manchester United with that midfield then? Because the key is right now is it just feels like Man United's overall squad, outside of the attacking players of Liverpool,
They
is
conceded
stronger.
47 goals last season. It was 4 more than Man United, right? And the key thing for that was the midfield. It wasn't necessarily just the defence's fault. Like they would definitely had a leaky defense, but it was that middle of midfield that they need to
It was
sort of get
broken.
bodies around. So this is the thing, they haven't got that player in there yet. So we keep on going like, oh, the midfield is going to be the key thing. It really is. If they don't get bodies in there now, they are going to really struggle.
They need depth on the bench. Their starting 3 midfield will be class. Szoboszlai, McAllister and Lavia. Lavia is the real deal. He's the next superstar DM.
If they get that deal done.
Yeah, but that starting 3 is not going to play every single minute of every game this season. They need depth on the bench as well. And Curtis Jones, come
So
on.
what?
No, I rate him.
So when you lot say that, yeah, you lot just talked about what's our depth in midfield.
Right now,
Yeah.
obviously we don't know what's going to happen next season, but I don't think we can sit here and go that they are comparable right now. Like, Man United's is just ready-made. You have a Premier League challenging midfield.
You think
there?
I believe I love our team. I just think that what would have made me say, you know what, title charge, we can win this, is if we took their guy.
Harry
It's
Kane.
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Harry Kane is the biggest factor in. If we sign Harry Kane right now, I'll be talking so reckless.
Then why do you put the money down?
I think their front 3 are really weak, Man United. If you think about it,
Really
Like,
weak?
They're weak. Yeah, of course. There are 3 or 4
Marcus
teams that have a
Rashford.
better front 3.
Quality.
You talking about
Marcus
Bellingham Golden Boy?
Rashford, quality. Then after
Rashford's quality. I wouldn't say Anthony's quality. I wouldn't say Sancho's
you still
quality.
got the man that-
You don't know. Højlund scored what, 9 goals last season?
I love Anthony as a player. I think there's a high ceiling for him, but it's all right now just potential. We don't know if he's gonna meet that potential. Now with Sancho, it's just hope now. I don't think anyone can look at Sancho's performance and say he's the guy. There's no Dortmund in him. I haven't seen
No,
anything
that's
like
a
it.
confidence issue, man. You don't go missing for 2 months last season, whatever it was, without having a confidence issue. Get him
There's-
on his game and his.
Well,
He's a star.
So right now, just to put it in the context for the table, is we're saying Liverpool are top heavy, big pair of tits, not much else going on, right?
Yeah.
So
They need a BBL.
midfield, they're definitely light. Even if they get the DM, like an injury is going to
Yeah.
cause problems. Their defense looked worse last season.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, I think Man United, they're fuller at the back. They've got strength and depth in the middle, and yeah, they're lighter up front. But are we agreeing that they're not as light up front as what Liverpool are in the midfield?
It's
got
Trippier
one-
are
say,
really
Bro, we
bad.
got one strike.
No,
bro.
but I feel like that's your only position. I don't think the wide players are as bad as people are making out. I don't think they're that bad. I literally just think it is the focal point that you need. That's
don't know
the
how we
missing
can-
piece of the puzzle.
Anthony, 4 goals, 2 assists all last
He's
season.
good. No, I like him. Don't
4
get
goals, 2
twisted.
assists.
What is failure for Man United?
Failure would be finishing outside the top 4.
And I agree with you.
I don't think they're title challengers. They're not that level. But they should be right up there in terms of top 4. 100%.
Last 2-3 weeks.
Why?
of the
What do you
Premier
think?
League
You
season.
think they're going to be challenging City?
No, I think that if if Ten Hag is as good as what everyone has been making out,
He's not.
and you spend all of that money,
He's good.
and you look at what Arsenal were able to achieve with a less experienced team the season before.
How many years did Arsenal take to do this? Because everyone's getting too crazy.
But the
about this
difference being is
thing right
Arsenal
now.
started in 8th and had longer to do it and spent less money per season. Man United have literally gone, as you said, let's catch up quickly.
Yeah.
So I think that there has to be more pressure on him to at least replicate somewhat of a title challenge. All right, I'm not saying you've got to beat City to the title, but you have to be in the conversation.
Oh, we will
if
be.
Man United aren't in the conversation this season,
It's a disgrace.
and it's just top 4 and a Carling Cup or whatever the hell they call it. That to me
Can't
is
be that didn't
is not a great return on your investment.
Brian's right though. It has to be minimum, because you're saying minimum top 4, but I think it has to be minimum title challenge. Minimum title challenge.
No.
What's a
In
title
what
challenge?
you-
How do you keep up with the City team who's going to get
Yeah.
100 points?
Push it to like what
Do you not
Arsenal
think
did.
Arsenal
Take it
did
to
a
April.
title challenge though? It was
Take it
they
to
were in
April.
the conversation. And since then, Mahrez and Gundogan have gone. Okay, so the
Kovacic,
potential, but for me, that means that City could be less strong than what they were last season. Could.
No.
I'm not saying they will be, but does anyone here think Kovacic is better than Gundogan?
No.
Right.
But Pep will get him to another level
from
though.
experience,
Pep will
he's
take
not.
him to another level.
Quality,
But,
He's
I'm not
not.
being funny, but there's
He's
nothing
not
I've seen from Kovacic that tells me he's even close to Gundogan or Mahrez.
Aye,
Right?
listen.
You've let 2 quality players go. That makes a difference. That's strength and depth. There's an opportunity there that if they slip, someone might have a chance here, right? Ten Hag has been given a lot of tools to at least challenge.
Does
agree.
it really matter where you finish 2nd or 4th? No one but City's going to win the Premier League. Does it really matter if people have a half-hearted
Okay, so
Arsenal
the reason it
challenge?
matters, in my opinion, is proof of whether or not you're building to something serious. For example, Arsenal fans, while they didn't win anything last season, have now got a feeling about the club of we are serious now.
Serious for what, though?
But
Serious-
They won the Community
I'll
Shield.
give you-
Respect them.
Let me compare.
Respect them.
I'll tell you
If
about the Community Shield in a minute.
if Arsenal had just snuck in the back door, like Newcastle did arguably, for 4th and still got in Champions League, would that have felt like as much of an achievement as pushing Man City to the bitter end? When you look in the transfer market in the summer, players look at you differently. The fans feel differently. You have achieved something because you're building towards something serious.
You don't think they'd have got Declan Rice if they just limped into 4th?
No way. No.
You don't think?
Declan Rice
West
looked
Ham.
at that team. Declan Rice looked at that team when he had the choice of many different teams and went, these actually look like they're building towards something. That's why he would pick that club.
I believe Man
above
United are building
others.
towards something. I believe Man United are on the.
But
What you're saying,
but
I
this
believe
is what
we
you
are
have to
on the-
prove now.
But I think I think if we don't get done this season, next season, absolutely,
Mate,
absolutely.
you can't spend this much
We're
money
heading-
and
absolutely
be
what?
like next
No,
season.
But you got to give him time as
We
well,
have
because
to-
it is his second
that's
season. Like Arteta challenged in what, 3.5
But he
seasons.
didn't have the players to start with.
Yeah.
So when Arteta took
They
over,
spent money, Arsenal.
when Arteta took over, did he have Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford level players in
No.
the squad to build round? No, he didn't.
Yeah, Saka.
But they've opened up the purse for him to buy
No,
loads
but
of players.
what I'm saying is his Ten Hag starting point was far better
Aubameyang
than
was...
Yeah, but
was on that level at the start.
no, can I say something though? But that can also work the other way though. The other way is they're not your players, so it doesn't matter how good they are. If they don't fit your system or what you're trying to do,
Thank you very
that's why
much.
Aubameyang's
Okay,
gone.
well,
So you
on
can
that-
inherit
on
players,
that-
but they might not be the players you
I'll
That's
tell
want.
you
why
why I
De Gea's
think
gone.
you're wrong.
That's why De Gea's
Because
gone.
if you look at last season, if you look at the players that consistently saved Ten Hag when they weren't playing well, it was Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, players he did not sign.
No,
I
but-
agree with that.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
agree with that.
whoa! We're
So
not
if
going to
we're
do
saying
that.
Ten Hag's
Guys,
great,
what
Martinez was a
guys,
massive
what-
signing.
Let's not forget
And
how
Casemiro.
bad Rashford was, and people said that Rashford doesn't belong at Man United anymore.
okay.
He brought
had
him
a
back,
bad
so let's-
period, and
no,
he's
no, no, no.
definitely-
back
Not just
to
that, not just
he
that.
was on the floor. He was on
Not
the
just that,
floor.
Martinez and Casemiro were major signings. for
Super
Man United.
signings.
Major.
This guy,
They are actually the ones that transformed their season.
He's transformed. This guy's transformed Man United.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So
Dude,
like, on that,
I'm saying
on
that
no,
our
on
managers
that,
transformed
on
Man
that,
United.
It's his team now, so it's his players, and therefore it's his responsibility. So the buck stops
But we
with him.
didn't even-
I don't want any excuses.
I hear it. No, we're
Because
not
last
going to make
season-
excuses.
No,
We don't
because
make
I heard
excuses.
excuses last season.
No, you tried to.
I heard excuses last season. I'm not going to let you do this to me.
Listen, I can't wait. Your manager's getting sacked, and I can't wait. I can't
Why-
wait.
then why is this team
He's gonna
complete
get
waffle?
sacked.
Is-
Always a big guy loses his
You know
job.
why?
And it's going to be
You know
your
why?
guy.
Because
I know it.
I am not all right. Last
Yep,
season,
let's go.
7-0 against your biggest rivals.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And there was not
Here
a
it
single
is.
person pointing the finger
That's
at
the
Ten Hag.
venom. Lay it out, Brian.
So all I'm
Lay it out,
saying,
because this is is Kevin Keegan 2.0, bro.
so what I was
you haven't
scaring-
got over what's happened. You haven't got over the Carabao Cup, and it's all coming out. It's spilling out right now.
You fucking
It is.
shut up.
He has to.
So
he
you
has
have
to
to
do
do
that.
It's right though. It was 7-0. It was also 6-1 down
the point
at the end.
is you conceded a shitload of goals in those games, and it was this ain't Ten Hag's team.
And we
yet.
love it.
And I accept that.
Yep.
But now,
Yeah.
ain't no excuses now.
We're not
That's
making
it.
excuses.
This feels a bit.
You
personal
already
to
have.
you lot.
You already
Is
have.
this is all because of this League Cup final,
I'm
isn't it?
telling
What
you,
is going on?
I'm telling
This
you,
is
he's
97.
got a deep resentment. He doesn't like the fact Andy Cole. There's a lot of stuff going on between us that.
Can I just say the irony of you saying all of this wearing Newcastle colours, by the way? It's just insane. Like, I don't know what is going on right now. It's mad.
All I'm saying is, Brian, this is it. The start of the rivalry's begun.
Okay, I like
you saw, that little video that your manager did. We hated it. It went down terribly.
I loved it.
It went down terribly in the side of Manchester, and we can't wait. We're looking for you lot.
You know
to
what?
right
I
now.
will love it if we beat them. Right? Okay, I think we're all in agreement. Man United should finish higher than Liverpool.
Yep. And so should Eddie Howe.
That's what
Eddie
I
Howe
think.
should finish higher than Liverpool
Okay,
as
well,
well.
we'll get onto that one next.
That's right.
Okay.